Welcome everyone. We're getting started with the 5-fingered spider web. Check it out. That's the fastest web you ever did see.
Whoa!
Looks pretty cool.
That is super cool. That's how you make a spider web. The question is, what's going to happen when it gets reheated?
Got the zoom on it?
I do. That looks amazing.
Spin it to win it.
Oh, they're dripping and melting.
Oh my gosh, that is so cool.
Look at that. Whoa.
Dun, dun, dun.
I don't know
Welcome
the
to
name
the gathering point, everyone.
of the spider, but there is a spider that's in season right now, or whatever they say, that is all over the place. And a really good buddy of mine sent me a picture of this spider.
It looks like a hand, like a scary hand.
And it looks like when you hose down a giant web with water, it gets all dribbled up and funky.
Welcome, everyone. What do you think it looks like? We're live here on the Gathering Point, Dearborn, Michigan, the home of Henry Ford. You are at Glass Academy. We got Oliver in the house.
Howdy, everybody.
We got
Ver.
Bess in the house. Jacob in the house.
And there she is.
Spider inventor. That's right.
Nice.
What are you guys gonna make?
We're gonna make some colorful
Yeah.
harvest-themed product. But
We know what we're making.
if you guys know the name of that spider that is out and about, we are in Dearborn. We're just outside Detroit. This is considered the northeast of the United States. Is that right?
We're in the Midwest.
That's what I mean. Yeah. that's what I
We're
mean.
the
Northeast
Midwest.
is
We're the
okay?
Midwest. Well, it never really made sense to me. Why are we
Well,
the
yeah,
West?
when you look at it, it's not really west,
We
it's
are the
northeast.
Northeast. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. But that spider is big, and it makes giant webs, and they'll go up the trees and come down and hit you right in the face. And I have like 5 of them in my backyard, and they're huge spiders. They're-
Like a wolf spider?
it's bigger than that, and it's
Oh.
different. It's got like a big old sack, and it's
I
just
hate
like
that.
I don't
right
like
there.
anything
It's gonna
you're saying.
climb in your Halloween candy bowl. When you go to give out candy, it's gonna be in
don't let
there.
it happen, folks.
Mm-mm.
That is certified a trick,
Yeah.
not a treat.
All right, we are here for a glass blowing show. We are
Yep.
the Glass Academy.
Let's
if you
get
are
our
new
members
to the
piece
channel,
going.
you can subscribe
Are
because
you,
we've got
uh,
this fancy bell.
Are
We're
you a
getting
candy
it.
hander outer, Jake?
The
Do you
what?
hand out candy during Halloween?
This year I'm going to. My grandparents are coming over. We're going to have the bonfire in the driveway.
In the driveway?
Yeah.
That's the
Okay.
way to do it.
Are you a candy hander outer, Oliver?
Yeah.
You can
I
come join us if you
I've
want.
wanted to be a candy hander out for such a long time. I'm really hoping I get the chance to this year.
It's super fun. I love it.
It's a ton of fun.
Kayla handed out candy last year, and she said we had a bunch of kids, and like she get to see the neighbors a little bit, like on a more like we're all being a little bit goofy type of thing, and
Yeah.
I would love to be a part of that.
I used to be a candy hander outer. In the past 2 years, my niece and nephew have really wanted me to go trick-or-treating with them. So
How old are they?
I thought you were going to say they both got cavities.
7 and 10.
Oh, so you get to go hang out with
So
them?
I get to go hang out and dress
Oh,
up
very
and take
fun.
them trick-or-treating. It's great.
That's a pretty cool time. Oliver, do you want to move that marber back into where she belongs?
Yeah, let me just
So I
get
don't
this.
just, like-
Bust a leg.
bump into it.
We're really starting to get familiar with this setup, folks, getting used to our new shop situation. There's been a lot of new additions to the studio, as you've heard. Members are getting some deep content on all the progress, but we had our holiday or our Harvest Fest weekend, and we did demos here, just like we're doing now, except, I mean, and people do love seeing it live, but I'll tell you, it's a little bit different when you guys are watching from at home and you're not sweating as you're watching us blow glass.
Or you don't smell like the blocks in the water.
Or me. And
All right, let's be honest
you
here.
also
Thank you.
Squeezed by you.
you also get the up close super blaster shots, which are pretty cool. Michelle's working the camera pretty good over there, and it's nice to be able to get that up front and special angle.
Oh, we know where to look. Sometimes when things are going on and there's all this movement, you're not sure where the next action is. So watching from home is kind of good.
This is a members special piece, folks. We're blowing a bubble in here. We did about 4 or 5 coats of a transparent orange. And the reason that we've chose to do this as our members piece today is there was a mysterious color in the color order purchase that was purchased about 2 weeks ago now.
And we finally got the box open, had a chance to open up some boxes.
I forgot it even happened.
So did you not know you ordered it, or?
No, I'm sure about 2 weeks ago I did it intentionally, but then the boxes sat over there. We were running around, getting everything done, doing our live virtual show, doing our in-house show, and then Oliver was inventorying the color today, and he was like,
Jake, what the
What's
heck?
this?
What is this,
dude? And I was like, couldn't tell you.
Special.
All right,
So we're going to
speaking
test it out right now for the first time ever.
The virtual show. Who was here last week? Who attended the virtual show last week? If you did, put it in the chat. Tell us what you thought.
Yeah, let us know what you thought.
We're back to our 2-hour shows. That was the kickoff. Made some pretty amazing pumpkins on that show.
Just doubled, if not tripled, the amount of glass. And now with this fresh coat of clear on the outside, I'm going to go into our brand new color. And you guys could see the size of it over here. Anyone who's been watching our shows may know with that little bit of tonage. Tonage as in the tone of the color. You might be able to take a guess in the chat as to what you think it is. And Bess,
It
if
looks
you
like
see
that
some guesses
whiskey
rolling
color.
in, there's our first guess, whiskey. Let us know what they're saying.
Absolutely. Speaking of people in the chat, I'm going to read off a couple names.
Would love
Everybody's
to hear
checking
who's
in,
here.
saying hey. So we've got Mary here from Hudsonville, Annette from Chicagoland, Carol from London, Ontario, Mary Lou from Perkiomenville, Pennsylvania. Carrie's here saying happy Tuesday, GA friends, watching from Connecticut.
Woo!
Nice.
Donna's here saying hi everyone. Susan's here from Indiana. Kay says hi everyone. Watch party here in New Zealand. Happy Wednesday.
Whoa!
Watch party
Watch party,
in
baby.
New Zealand.
It's Wednesday.
And it's Wednesday over
It
there.
is.
What does that mean, folks?
Dana says hey from Atlanta. Angel says hello. Happy Tuesday from Argentina. Judy says hi from Corning, New York. Over on the YT side, we've got Norman checking in from Indiana.
Norman the dog.
Icarus is here saying hello. And Tabea says hi from Midland.
Shout out Icarus
Sounds
and Tabea.
great.
A lot of great people in that whole lineup over there, folks. Great people.
Some of them were at our show this past weekend.
It's true.
Yeah.
Love to see you. And if you guys are from across the state or the country or the world, we
You
love
could-
to see your name on the phone.
Yeah, because it's kind of like you're at the show with us.
Yep.
The lines are blurring.
It was actually really cool this weekend because Lisa came in and picked up her acorn that she won on the show
The
last
signature
week.
one.
Yes, and so it was nice to really see her in person, and it's always
Totally.
cool to be able to see somebody in person that you've seen in the chat and interacted with. So it's really cool to get to see those faces in person because we don't get to all the time.
Yeah, when I did the contest slips, I recognized some of the names. I wouldn't be able to pick them out in a crowd. We know your names from the contest, from joining us, from the orders you place, but we don't always know your face, so it's pretty cool.
So, being that this is a brand new color and the subscribed member that purchases this piece will have the first product ever made with this color, whether it's something we want to continue or not. We opted to go with a very simple design, and we're going to keep it throughout that process. Orange core, so it's glowing classic. This specialty color on the outside. Blow.
Is it going to be a lantern?
It is, in fact. Stop. Because this is the lantern show, but the final thing that was that blow, it's just going to be nice and round. Classic round beauty. Good. And now I'm already seeing something happen to the surface of this.
What's happening? What's going on?
It's something like, it's kind of like there's a certain blue
Separation?
that we use that gets like a metallic-y kind of matte finish to it. It's almost turning like white right now.
Ooh.
No way.
What is going on, folks? But the ribs are staying transparent.
Wouldn't be from the contact with the paddle.
No, it was
So-
happening before.
Huh.
Like instantly happened. There's certain color. Oh! Do I see a little blue shine going
We had 2 guesses in the chat so far for color. It was cornflower and iris yellow.
Cornflower and what?
Iris yellow.
Oh,
Those sound like
that sounds like
glass
glass
blowers.
blower guesses.
So cornflower was Carrie.
Nice.
Iris yellow was Dave.
Yes.
Dave,
I could tell.
dirty dog.
Fine.
We've got a first-time watcher over on the YT side. Gina says first-time watching from Canton, Michigan. Welcome, Gina.
Wow, and you're local too.
Yeah,
Excellent.
baby.
I think when we do some of the shorts and the reels that we're doing, we're finding some new Facebook fans. Our numbers are growing. We reached 4,000, or not Facebook, YouTube fans. So that's
Did
a
we
pretty
hit
big,
4,000
we
subscribers?
did this weekend.
That's incredible.
I know. I'm super excited about that.
How many did we have when we started the
0.
page?
How many did we have when we started?
That's pretty good.
That'd be exactly 0.
That was pretty quick. That was pretty good.
That's a good one, Michelle.
That was pretty good. Let's move on from that.
We started the page, I think, in 2017. One of our web guys started it up for us.
Go for that stamp.
But I know we've been doing some new things to get new subscribers, like ringing the bell. Ding! I just love this. I feel like I'm on a boat. Vacation.
Will you just walk that over real slow and steady?
Yeah.
Just
I
don't
can
stumble.
walk slow. That's no big deal.
All right. So it just got turnicized. If you guys don't know what a lantern is, that was nice, Oliver. Right on cue. A lantern is our specific pumpkin that was excluded from our signature pumpkin show last week. And now we're back here 1 week later with a whole selection of lanterns that were set aside specifically for this show, and that is the style of pumpkin we'll be making on this show.
You want new stem color.
I think that we should, because we don't know what's going to happen here. I think maybe like a transparent orange core and either clear or a little bit of traditional iris gold might look nice.
And gold brown would be a nice one too.
Or we could just go gold brown. A little bit
Because
of
that
gold
dark
rizzy.
color might reflect.
Why don't we go for that?
All right.
So here's our color, folks, and to spill the beans out of the bag before we get over into that area,
I didn't know we had beans in
this
a bag.
is a new metallic iridescent gold color, different than the one we use on 90% of our gold products. It's got an orange core, it's got a gold outside. It looks very matte finish and kind of dull right now, but once we hit the iridization button, we're gonna see what happens.
I do like that, a button. Let's get one of those easy buttons and we'll like,
That would be funny. The bling bling button, the triple B.
Sean says, is that metal coming to the surface?
It kind of looks very metal-like right now. Let's see. Look at, I just hit the button. And you guys see the flames pouring out of the hole, and I see it getting really metallic in here. Oh, snap.
I saw a couple of you ask that there
wait
was...
a second, am I a member? Can I get this one?
Not yet, because they weren't sent the link yet. So just keep an eye on your email. I'm getting that sent out right now. I know a couple of you asked about
It's
it.
the
Have
same
no
link
fear.
every week, so Bess is doing a great job finding the link from last week.
That thing is really crazy. Right now it's acting like, that's color that I would say is what gold looks like on top of recycled blue. It gets kind of a metallic shine to it. Like a lagoony, like green bit of mojo.
Lagoony.
Nice stem, Oliver.
That sounds like a place. Yeah, I live in
Goontown?
Lagoony. Lagoony, North Carolina.
Take notes, stem creators. That's the way you do it.
And that's the way it was.
Do a little bring it down, curl it around town
October.
home, bring it home, smack it around. Come on, baby, let go.
Oh, the pipe is sticking. All right. We got this. We got
Sometimes
torches.
the universe tells us that the stem's too long, and other times the customer tells us.
I don't know. I love curly hairs. The long stems do it for me.
We like the longer ones, and you guys voted on the longer ones last week too, but I have heard many a customer say, can you quit it?
Look at that.
Less curls.
Tucking the end down.
Loyalty
I'm really
League.
excited for the annealer reveal on this one.
Loyalty League, I just sent off that link to you guys. I'm just going to wait on a price from Jake, and then that'll be all set up and ready to go.
All right, Loyalty League, I 100% apologize. That was all on me.
That's a lantern, folks.
We'll
I
get
should have
this
sent
guy
you that
put
link
away.
sooner.
I think that's going to be really, really cool.
All right, while the sun's rolling, I just got to pop over here. These are all lanterns. Now, the sun's on them, so check out these beauties. We're going to show you as it gets dark. These have holes in the bottom, and you can put the little tea lights in there or the fairy lights. But because the sun is setting, yes.
This is the only dichroic, the only sparkle
Wow, look at with the sun.
lantern made this year. That's a mix of two specialties.
So it's sometimes it's a little tricky to show you the true color on the displays, but with the sun coming through right now,
It does look really good.
pay attention. Look at that
That's my
one.
favorite one on the whole table.
Like the oil spots.
That's like your natural low boy stem. And when it was brought so hot that the stem started to push down even after it was laid onto the piece. The natural super gravity special. That's a really, really cute one. And then a
Oh my
runner-up
gosh,
is number
look
2.
at this. Gosh, that sun coming through.
That color combo was chosen by Robin. She was in here cleaning glass next to us as we were working.
Which
and number
Robin?
2, that's Robin, the shipping queen.
Got it. We have 2 Robins at work here. Because why?
Oh,
Because that's
Pink
how
Gordita.
it rolls.
We have 2 comments. I'm going to read to Jake real quick. It says, Jake's friend Julie says hello. The cranberry pumpkin I bought on last week's live show is beautiful.
That's right. Julie, she was out here, I believe, watching this weekend, and she is a certified champion.
I've also got a question for you from Norman. Norman says, Jake, you talked about switching to batch a while back with the new furnaces. Did you do that, or are you still using cullet?
Norman, that's an awesome follow-up question. And amidst all the swappage of furnace and of all kinds of crazy stuff going on, we haven't swapped yet. We did just start charging, and after this piece, we'll show you guys what it looks like to charge a chute full of recycled glass in number 2. But now that number 1,
I think we should name them. Like, give them names.
we should name these guys.
Like
We'll
rocket
take
ship.
suggestions for that for sure. But
This-
the answer is no, not yet. There's a little bit of compatibility to be figured out between the 2 types of glasses, and we're just too busy. I can't mess around with it. So honestly, it might just sit in the truck bay until January, and then we'll attempt to do a little swapperoo.
That's our charging shovel.
But we
gotta be
do have
long.
to swap.
What?
We do have to swap.
Eventually, we
Yeah.
did buy the glass. Unless there's a glass blower out there that wants 2 pallets of Glasma, we'll sell it to you for an upcharge of 20%.
No, we want to experiment with it, Jake. Don't do that to me.
All right. All right, folks, this is a custom order. This piece is already sold. This was really simply designed by the designee. And she said, listen, I got like 200 of your handmade mugs, and I want another one in Halloween-themed colors, transparent orange, black accents, black handle, and we want some sparkle glass.
Because she's going to have some pumpkin beer during Halloween night and fill her mug full of pumpkin beer. That's an assumption, but it sounds pretty nice.
Well,
a
pumpkin
Harvest
beer does
Fest,
sound nice.
Right? By the fireplace outside while you're passing out candy.
So I had a good question from Karen on YT about the lantern pumpkin. She says, how will the flame breathe? So these are intended for a battery-powered light, either string or a battery-powered candle. You can see here we've got what we like to call fairy lights in them. So it's just a string of LED lights that we've got kind of swirled up in there. You could also, if you find like a tea light that's small enough to fit in there, that's battery powered, you could do that as well, but they are not intended for open flame candles.
Yeah, we should send out a disclaimer. We do have, I will admit, they're not like super super, what do I want to say, top of the line. But we have some tea lights or fairy lights we'll send with you so you can get an idea of what it is. Go to, I don't know where, like TJ Maxx or something. Home
Depends
Goods.
on the size of the pumpkin, the size of the hole down there too. I know a lot of people like to use those battery lit votive candles, and that's pretty cool. You can do that kind of thing if you're into that kind of thing. But what we say is that we'll set you up for success, and then you experiment, just like we've seen in the Addicts page. A lot of incredible customers of ours will post pictures of their displays and how everything comes together, and I've seen some pretty innovative things go down.
You ever see those like flashlights that are like 2 billion lumens and like will light up a whole city block?
Yeah, you can like
Just get one of those underneath one of the lantern pumpkins.
totally.
We
You'll
had
light up the whole city.
We had a suggestion for furnace names. However, I don't know how
yeah.
I feel about it.
All right, what are they?
Bob and Bessie.
Bessie.
Love that.
Just looking at your face, Bess, makes me want to push for Bessie.
Oh, I didn't even put that together. Bessie just
I
makes
wonder
me
if
think
there
of a
were
cow.
like some names that that correlated with the fact that one of them is all recycled, reused, second design glass.
It could be like Rex, recycled Rex,
yeah,
like
something like that.
RR.
Bluey.
Ronnie the recycler.
Ronnie. Little Ron.
And they don't have to be like real people names. We can make up something.
Rufus.
I like Rufus.
Recycled Rufus.
Roomba.
We're all going to dance by it.
Something
I like the
that.
color choices here.
Yeah.
Are you encasing this?
This will be encased. Look at that.
And why do you have to encase it?
you don't have to.
Oh, you don't?
It's going to look nice.
We used to think for a long time that we did, and then we stopped doing it, and nothing was the matter. But I do, however, have a mug that I'm drinking out of at home that became my favorite mug of all time. It was on the shelf the entire Renaissance fair because I priced it really high because I was in love with it. And then it ended up not being purchased. And that particular mug has sparkle encased in clear, and it looks so blingin' and hardcore.
Is that the orange one?
Apricot, if you will.
Yeah, that's like a little bit on the taller side.
Super tall optic twist handle.
It
The
was
one that
priced
I
at,
was
like-
using my first weekend out of Renaissance
Oh,
Festival
were
that
you?
I fell in love with.
So what you're saying is you're going to bring in pictures of that next week to show everybody.
I could even, in between this piece, message you a video of it
Perfect.
that you could show the people.
Perfect.
Darn, I feel like I was supposed to give you a graphic of something too.
It wasn't overly priced either just because I really liked it. It was because it had sparkle glass in it and it was a bar color mug. So that mug took us almost an hour to make. And, you know, that's the way it goes.
Katrina says you are correct on the pumpkin beer on Halloween night.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
All right. I
Oliver,
mean,
you
on a
think you
cool
could
night when you're sitting by the fire.
give this a little grab and toss it right in the bucky?
Toss
All
it right in the what?
In the bucky.
Sometimes
The
when you
bucky,
do an
Oliver.
overlay,
Which bucky you talking about?
you don't want that much glass.
Reuse and recycle bucky.
You don't want it to be super hot.
Nice catch.
So
Thanks.
that glass is extra. It's going to go in the recycle.
So this is all just warm colors, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna just go there. If you want to, I can heat that up for you. You can send Bess a video of that mug.
Oh, yeah. Sure. Thank you. Let me locate my device.
All right, Oliver's going to heat. Bess is going to load up, but the sun is shining, so I can't resist. Look at that.
If you slack it to me, that's the way to go.
Heard.
Tonight's question, what unique features do you look for in our pumpkins? Is it shape? Do you want like a tall one like that? Is it color pattern, a very slight polka dot on it? Do you like the sugar?
That one is my favorite on the table. I like that it has different colored ridges than the pumpkin. I like that it's a different stem than the ridges.
Yeah, this is a raised surface. I like this one. This one's my favorite. So it's the sugar, but that stem is just
Thanks.
stunning.
Yeah.
There's some like these that mix well with your other styles. If you're new to the show, that will go live at 6:30. And this guy, who saw this last week? This is a giveaway. Featured on our virtual pumpkin show. The giant jumbo. Someone's going to win that tonight. But back to the action. What's going on over here, folks?
I saw Matt dancing earlier as he was making pickles.
Is that what he was working on?
He was going like this. He was like moving his legs around and getting really excited. It was cool to see.
We had somebody ask if Matt was still in the basement.
Yes. Yes, he is. We still have Pumpkin Fest next weekend, folks, so Matt is still, in fact, in the basement. But today he got to make pickles.
Blow.
Pickles are a Renaissance thing, but they're also, I featured them on the live TV segments.
Pickles are also a holiday thing. We're running out of them already. People are hiding them in their tree.
Yeah, you hide them in the tree, then you don't open gifts until someone finds them. And I couldn't figure out where the tall extension cords are, and I just found them. Do you know where they are, Jake?
Nope.
They were right behind your head as you were at the glory hole. Look, Emma. They're hanging from the wall. Extension cords always seem to get lost around here.
Well,
Katrina, I hope you're thirsty. This is a tall boy.
good. It's tough making the mugs small when you're encasing them, but this one's not going to have a foot. I left some thickness down there. We'll trim off some of the top. And I've also found that I really enjoy the mug at home, which, did you get that video? We'll do it after this or something.
I'm working on it.
You'll see that there's no foot on that one either, and I think it's a really clean, you grab the hose, or, Mom, you just want to cap it and give them a bird's eye?
Yep.
Cool.
We just had a plane fly ahead. That's.
I thought you were looking at our vulture.
No, I was like something falling from the sky, but we have skylights up there. And when a plane flies overhead, you see this dark spot.
You're going to swipe by when I go in?
Yes, I am.
All right.
I'm placing
Triple
my
teamwork.
hand on the back end so no
Switch.
air can escape. While Oliver pushes the paddle and Jake pushes down. And together, they created the crispy bottom.
Beautiful.
Unlike Krispy Kreme, it is the crispy bottom.
Oh, yes.
No way.
I love it.
You can see the skylights are reflecting light through Jake's shirt. There is sun
So
shining
you don't
on
want
us
a foot, you just
everywhere.
want a little punty?
Maurice sent a punny.
Maurice
Even though
sent a
there's
punny.
clear on the outside, I'd like a little bit of extra security down there.
Okay.
Security. We need some extra security, please.
Security.
Jake's going to do a small dollop of glass right there in the bottom center.
God, that color is popping.
And by doing this, it just gives a little more weight to the bottom, a little more thickness.
Katrina says, go big or
Security.
go home.
Security.
She says what?
Go big or go home.
Oh boy, now I'm not even trimming it, Katrina. Going for the 28 ouncer. Can't be an enabler, Katrina.
I didn't realize Chris was making this piece.
Yeah, right?
I do really love, there were a few mugs we made this year that didn't have feet on them, and there's something really cool, same with the rocks glasses, about I'm so ingrained in making mugs with a foot accented color, a handle, and a runner, and a lip. So you got 4 different options for accents, but when you remove the foot and you don't do a lip wrap, then you're working with just a handle. And you don't have to match it. It doesn't have to be circling around and encasing the whole mug. It's just one handle of a power color or clear or whatever on there. So there's less options, but it almost feels like, in my mind, like it makes it more options because that one accent isn't as essential to the overall look of the piece. I don't know if that made sense.
You don't feel like your handle has to fall in suit with your foot or your lip wrap, so you get more freedom in the handle.
Yes, exactly.
I understand what you're saying.
This
So it's
one's going to
exciting.
have a black lip wrap and a black handle added to it.
Oh, black lipper too?
Yes.
Understood.
See how
Thanks
that
for the
teamwork
reminder.
works?
Yep.
Small bit of water at the top, and it's just going to crack off. Now Oliver's got it, and he goes back to reheat it.
I have that video queued up whenever you're ready for it.
Now would be
You
a
could-
great
yeah,
time.
now's a great
Absolutely.
Perfect time.
So I'm going to pop that video real quick on your screens of Jake's new favorite mug. Please hold.
Is it playing the music too?
If it came with audio, there's audio playing.
It's like probably some currency or something or some. I think that's actually Tyler, the creator, back there.
It's like delayed. Black lip wrap.
You go for that black lipper, Oliver.
Yeah.
Cool. Are we back?
Oh, there it is.
Are we back to
We are
regular?
back.
Oh.
On YouTube, I'm just seeing the video right now.
Yeah, so you see what I mean? You see that transparency clear on the bottom? That's a more green sparkle glass. On this one, we've got a couple shades of blue and a purple, but it's a very similar style and pattern of that super bling in color. It just looks incredible.
I do want to mention tonight's table is now live.
6:30 already?
It is 6:32 actually.
Jeez.
You guys can go on and grab one of those beautiful lantern pumpkins. I'm going to put the link in the comments here for you.
This was the first Tuesday in like 2 months that we hadn't blown glass since. Oh, that's the puff I was looking for. Since we haven't blown glass, it's 8 in the morning. Matt had a half day. Jason, our subcontractor, a local artist champion who was helping Matt out, was feeling under the weather, so we kind of took this morning as a catch-up on the computers, get everything situated day.
There's a much needed catch up on computer day. We got a lot done.
Yeah, I was a little
And
overwhelmed at
We
first.
had 2 people working on displays, so I don't know how much Bess is going to like this. Cover your ears, Bess. We did a Tigers display.
I'm okay with
Baseball
that.
team.
I'm
Go
good with that.
Tigers, baby!
I'm going to the game tomorrow.
Yeah, she's going to the game. We got an orange and blue display,
All right.
Tiger colors, and it's pumpkins. Looks really great.
If anybody watched the game, any baseball fans out there, let us know what the deal is. I was not able to watch the entire game, and I'm not really a baseball fan.
It
but
was a fantastic game.
I heard last night's
It was a
game
good
was
game.
good.
yeah, down to the 9th inning.
Yep.
What's on your chest? What is that a symbol of? Yeah.
Publix.
Yeah. Publix, the grocery store from the South.
But what's
Oliver, do
going
you
on
have
with the
any
Red
say?
Wings?
Red Wings are about to start up on Thursday. They're playing Pittsburgh, and it's about to go down. You know, I'm going to have to
Yeah?
start putting aside some time.
What did you ask,
boy.
Michelle?
Yeah.
Watching the Wings is one of the few forms of entertainment that I can truly enjoy to the core without feeling like I'm like
Wasting your life away?
wasting my time in my life. Yeah. I don't know why it is that, but I really do find pleasure in going home and sitting down on the couch, cooking dinner.
Okay, now what type of handle are we doing?
It's going to have to be a black one, and it's going to have to probably be
Gravity handle? Twist handle?
Okay.
Oh,
Not
you
a
know what I
top-downer.
did?
Yeah. Just like a normal,
nice swirler.
what we've done before
Yeah.
swirler.
Yep. Bring the heat.
Okay,
then
let
tipping
me
it
find
over.
the right. This is the 12 point, right? You just
Look.
don't inflate it
There's
all the
some
way?
examples.
Okay.
It's a gorgeous shape. Very happy with this.
Katrina says, can you twist the black handle?
Katrina, we're already like 6 steps ahead of you. I appreciate you double reminding us, even though you didn't tell us in the first place. When I just said to Oliver, it's going to have to be I looked
And
at
that's
him.
all it was the eye contact. I knew exactly what handle you wanted.
He knew what I was talking about, but it is nice to have you confirm and ask for it after the fact, after we've already established this is what is going to make this mug look amazing. And Katrina probably knows, and most people watching the show probably know, that this is a really difficult style of handle. Already the handles are difficult to do to begin with. This has been the year that Oliver started bringing really nice handles, and now we're pushing him to bring the optically twisted handles, which is a whole nother level of symmetry in your bubble, understanding of heat in the piece. 2 smacks is perfect. And the timing is so important. The lip wrap went on perfectly. It melted in perfectly smooth, and I think it's a beautiful proportionate shape. Thick and powerful on the bottom with a nice flared lip. I like the pipe choice by Oliver for this handle. He's got a nice heat on it. Black's a really soft color, so oftentimes you can get this too hot.
So many choices. So many choices.
There you go. Beautiful.
There's only
Right.
100 things to think about.
The right pipe, the right thickness, the right layer of color, the right heat. These guys do make it look effortless, but they have worked many hours together.
That hot enough that it's skinny, slims down a little.
Working
as you go
outdoors
in.
at Renaissance
I'm probably
is
gonna give
also
it one
very
more pass.
different.
Just use the heat and let it drip a little when you go in there. But make sure you push down to make sure the neck didn't get too skinny, too thin.
If you guys are thinking about snagging a lantern pumpkin, I suggest you do it quickly. We're already 7 out of 12 already have
Looks
homes.
good. 75%.
They are going. Lanterns are popular. Now, next week's show, we haven't quite decided. We get together every week and we decide
That
what
looks
we're going to
beautiful.
make for the following week.
That looks real nice.
And if you have ideas or suggestions of your favorite type of pumpkin, you can give us a shout out.
I'm coming behind you.
Do you
Let's
need
do
that
it.
preheated or you're good?
Nope, we're gonna ride.
All right.
Twist like a champion. Yep.
Ooh, we love it.
A little bit of action.
It's got personality. Using the copper pipe, he's able to roll it in there, smooth it right out, make sure there's no sharp edges. But you gotta go back to the glory hole rather quick to make sure that the heat is proper and it's attached correctly.
Listen to that sound.
It's like one of those
Frogs.
toys.
Okay. I'm gonna say we skip the black stamp. Keep it clear, clean.
Okay. Well,
Unless
I
you
guess
want to use that as a runner.
You want to put a runner on it too?
Yeah, let me
Get
use that
this.
as a runner. Or maybe just a thumb saddle. Some kind of leverage, just a bigger mug.
I
so
like the thumb saddle.
Yeah, it needs a little something.
Well, I'm just getting it hot
A little
over
bling
here.
bling.
I'll take it. Let's do it.
We're waiting for Etta to make an appearance tonight.
This is a really cool style of saddle that we did at the Ren Fair that I really liked, and I think this will showcase the optic twist. A little bit of action, too.
Hoopa.
We got 2 types of black. You got your power black, your pumpkin stem black, and then you got your drinkware super tasty metallic black. We went for the metallic super tight situation.
Annette says, what's a runner?
Who said what's a runner?
Annette.
That's such a good question. Annette.
What's a runner?
What's
I'll
a
show you
runner?
a runner.
It's a track star.
Here, hang on. I've got an example
home,
over
Oliver.
here. This is the runner bit. And you can do it tweezer.
How about a clear
you
stamp?
can do it with a pipe. But they're runner bits that go on top of the main handle body. This one is a Rosetta. It's clear. So those are called runner bits.
Check this out, Katrina. I Bet you don't have the squared thumb saddle yet.
That's cool.
It's like a little block, a thumb block.
When are we going to release the pyramid thumb saddles?
When aliens touch down.
Just slap on that dodecahedron.
Has anybody out there in the chat ever seen an alien in real life?
That's a good question. What if they're disguised as humans? How would you know?
I would answer no. I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know.
It
So
looks
maybe
like
we
the one
have.
from Men in Black. That big guy that runs around and acting all crazy.
Cockroach guy?
Yeah. That color kind of looks like the mug in the video. Looks like apricot right now.
Yeah.
But it's actually going to be a powerful, transparent, beautiful orange. There's our signature right at the bottom. We're
I
going to
love
get
how
this
the
one in the
handle
box.
attached. Looks really nice. How it pulls up.
Roniza says, how do you know how many times to dip into color?
That's a really amazing question and an honest question, but it's darn hard to answer. It depends on the color, how soft the color is, what size the grain of color is, how far you're stretching the material. We just made a $450, it was about the size of a basketball, really large Van Gogh pumpkin. And that one, we encased it in clear, so the core had probably 4 times as much color as we typically would have put on, because we knew we were going to stretch it about 4 times the length. This is a beautiful punny by Oliver. Watch how this comes off here.
It just sounds like sports events. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
A beautiful punny, play by play.
Just get a good look at it.
Crowd goes wild. The torch is used to smooth out any sharp edges that might be there from the punny. Then Jake preheated these tongs so that they don't shock the glass.
The claw.
The claw, tongs, claw. Everyone's got a name. And away it goes into the cooling oven, not to be seen until tomorrow.
Beautiful.
Super nice.
And we may or may not have designed our signature ornament of the year, folks, today. I won't tell you anything about it other than it's one day after our in-house first weekend of Pumpkin Fest, and we're working on signature ornaments.
Jake, you can't be the person talking about holiday stuff when it hasn't even been Thanksgiving or Halloween yet.
Yeah, but you go to Michael's or something like that, and the shelves are already filled with the holiday.
The viewers want the behind the scenes. They need to know where we're at.
Get in the chat. When are you ready to hear about holiday stuff? Is it October 8th today?
When are they going to start playing Christmas music?
I know.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow, probably.
But
Man.
it's the people who make the crafts or make the wreaths and stuff like that. They need their supplies.
Yeah.
This is true. This is true.
And we
So
need to
they've
supply you guys
started.
with a brand new signature ornament this year.
Jake had a signature ornament. We set it aside. He liked it, and then he said, wait, no, let's try something different. All right, ladies and gentlemen, some of the numbers are gone, but we still have some lovelies left.
Man, look at this guy with the blue chrome. I was telling everyone this week, and we've made more now, probably only like 15 of these blue iridescent stems. And this one's gorgeous. And this one also, I remember, was the smoothest and nicest lantern that was made this year. Talked about it with Matt. Look at how symmetrical and perfectly that thing was opened up.
So that one needs tea lights to definitely get in that small hole.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like these kind of lights.
Yes. Yep.
Fairy lights.
Some are bigger, some are smaller. That one you might be able to get the votive underneath, that beautiful transparent blue and purple. And the next pumpkin that we're going to do once we take our quick moment here is something tall like this. We really love this football shape. It's a very challenging shape to make from the glassblower's perspective, and we'll kind of talk through it and walk out how that goes. But the other thing I'll mention about this one that we've started doing, and guys, we hit a stride this year with pumpkins. I mean, we still are in the zone. Notice how this beautiful pumpkin is symmetrical. The stem is straight like this, and the curls come around like so. This one, you may notice, if it had been straight, and the curls came around, it would be perfectly straight, the loop, like that. After we lay this on here, right at the moment that the stem stiffens up, that you could touch it, but it still will bend from the core, we've tucked it and gave it a really natural curl into itself. And that one's probably, like I was just saying, there's probably only 15 or so with this style on it. I think it's a really nice natural flair to the pumpkin. This one's like that as well.
Okay, let's talk about the question, because the answer, not the answer, where you send your answer goes here. The question is, what unique features do you look for in our glass pumpkins?
Is it a size, a shape, a color, something about the stem? You're going to send your answer to enews@glassacademy.com with your name in the email, please, so Donna knows who you are.
Bess has the clipboard. We're not doing housekeeping yet.
Josh, we do make just white pumpkins. That would be in our bar color realm, and we do make all clear pumpkins, but they don't sell like colored pumpkins do. But if you did want to see an all crystal pumpkin made with really fresh, beautiful crystal from our brand new furnace, not a week old, maybe if we get, 10 people that say crystal in the chat, we'll do one.
You could do crystal with gold on the ribs, would be nice.
Could.
Yeah, if you want to
Totally
see a
could.
crystal one, you got to put crystal in the
We could do a vote, and if we get 10 of either side, we'll do it. But if we get 10 crystal, we'll do a crystal one. If we get 10 crystal and gold, we'll do that one. And if they both get 10, whichever one gets more.
Bess, can we start a poll?
I sure can.
Make it easy for them.
Yeah.
So
let's
if
try to
you
make
are
them
on the
work for
FB
us.
side, I'm working on creating a poll, if I can't talk.
Make a pool.
Make a pool. If you are on the YT side, you're just going to need to cast your vote in the comments if you want crystal or crystal and gold. Or if you don't want to see either of them, then don't say anything, but you know.
Jamie, fundraising, happy birthday. That was kind of fun. I like your last name, fundraising.
Yeah.
Mine's Glass Academy. On Facebook, I'm Michelle Glass Academy.
I missed the first half of this and have no idea what you're talking about.
We're talking about your last name, Jake, which is Glass Academy.
Ah, classic. Well, I'm going to show you guys a little crystal to start this. I know the polls are coming in. It won't be this pumpkin. That first pumpkin with the brand new color was made available to members only. So we're going to do one more option here, a different style with our brand new iridescent gold color. But we'll start with a clear bubble like so.
We're going to do just the new color.
I'd like to try it opaque orange with the gold on top of it and see if it kind of reacts like gold does.
Okay.
With oranges and yellows.
To go back to your conversation about holidays early, Pam put a comment and says, I start thinking about Christmas in September. I've already finished one set of mittens and one hat for Christmas, working on the last hat while I'm watching the show.
Nice.
Those
then
do
that-
take a long time.
That's a maker, so I can understand that.
Yep. You want to take this dunk, Oliver?
I'll take the dunk.
Just focus on having a really clean moil on it and turning evenly through the whole thing so one side's not chubbier
How
than
many
the
glass
other.
blowers do we have in the chat? We've got the people commenting on crystal and the gold. How many glass blowers do we have watching
And
today?
if you are a glass blower, have you ever passed off your pipe for your partner in crime to take the dunk for you?
I've never done this before.
You could do it.
We'll give it a little cool down afterwards. I'll get the door for you.
So
see how fast that
my
glass is
glass
moving.
blowing years started doing production. That meant we were
One
making
full
item
turn on the
after
moil.
item the same size and shape.
Not
And
too
we
much
did an
glass.
apprentice
No, you don't
program,
need to strip it.
so
Don't worry about that.
we learned how Oliver's learning right now.
Beautiful.
You would
That's great.
gather and hand off, and when you
Push
do
it all
that,
forward. Yep. Okay.
the master has enough skill to adapt the bubble if needed, but it gives the apprentice time to really finesse the skills.
At a certain point, there's no need to really cool it down that deep. Watch out for that chair.
We got for that chair. So this layer of glass is heating up the inner core.
Thank
He
you,
did
sir.
go to the glory
thank
hole
you.
straight there so he could kind of hand it off.
It's a nice gather. My only other thought is that once you come out, I like to, before the bubble's heated up, hang it back like this So see my bubble's shrinking up now, but if the bubble was still cold in the core,
That glass would flow into the middle a little bit.
yes, the tip's going to be hot no matter what, but you want to heat back up the tip of the pipe and have the whole thing with an equal temperature.
Pumpkin setup is different than a mug setup, is different than many other products. You really have to know what you're making to set up the bubble correct. If you go into one of these triangular molds and you don't set up your bubble correctly, you will not be able to make a nice
Are those
pumpkin.
triangular or are those cone shaped?
If they were flipped around, they'd be triangular.
If they had 3 sides, they'd be triangular.
Fine. They're triangular to me.
I don't know. It's both. They're triangular and cone.
Going into this triangular cone mold.
You've got 11 votes for crystal and gold, by the way.
Crystal and gold? How many for crystal?
4.
That proves the point right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Crystal and gold.
People don't like crystal like they used to.
If you go to Simon Pierce, that's all the glass that he makes. So everything is crystal. There's something beautiful about it. We just didn't go that route. We like color.
We want vibrancy. I'd like to know, it'd be a good, maybe a members video or a good just discussion post to have or something, a forum, to ask how many people that have purchased product from us plan on or would like to pass that down or have talked with their children or talked with where their glass is going to go after their lives. Because I had a really nice conversation with a lady this weekend who was telling me how one son's like, Mom, what are you doing with that glass? And her other son's like, I want all that glass, Mom. And she's like, who are these kids? But that's kind of like a really good sign for me of a product that I'm proud of putting out in the world, is if it's going to go down to a second generation. You know, and maybe not everyone has children, I'm not sure, but like, what kind of plans do you have for your glass?
You know why I think with our glass, they come here and they see it made, so it's a memory
Right.
on top of an object. It's not just an object. 2 of the women were buying pumpkins for their grandkids to start a tradition, and then they bring the kids here, right?
It's a yearly experience with their
Yeah.
grandkids or their children.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did talk with another lady. I can't remember her name at the moment, but she comes with her 2 kids every year. We have a lot of that at the Renaissance Festival. I mentioned a couple shows ago the kid that comes back every year and gets his fruit colored or his fruit themed mug every year.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And this year we did a dragon fruit. It's year 4, and it's really cool seeing those kids grow older and they start talking a little bit more. And they're really excited to come back and talk with us and tell us about their piece.
I mean, that's the same thing, though. Like, that relationship goes both ways. Like, I remember Kayla telling me, for those of you who don't remember, Kayla's been going to the Renaissance Festival for like over a decade now.
Right.
So she saw there is another
That's his
Oliver.
fiance.
That's my fiance, and she's met the other Oliver back when he was like 10,
Our
helping
apprentice
out the
there.
Glass Academy booth at the Royal Glassmakers, and has got to watch Oliver grow up.
It's pretty cool. It's a community, and that's why I'm so much more excited about the bar, more than just drinking. It's more about memories and having people here and having it be a zone of experience.
Well, it makes the space like a watering hole where you can really start to build a community.
Exactly. That's what we're doing online as well, and it feels so good seeing you guys talking with you every week.
Do you think we'll have like theme nights like that Star Trek bar we walked into downtown?
yeah.
Listen, you're not going to sit here and tell me that we're not going to have a karaoke night.
Hey, Oliver
I want
Reed.
to see Matt take like a 15-minute break to go sing a song from a movie that he's going to tell me every detail about. Like, I got to have these moments.
Oh my goodness. Karaoke.
I want to
scary.
hear Matt sing.
Blow?
What style pumpkin is this? You said the tall one?
Yes. Good. Oh, that's blowing out nicely. And it kind of got big quick. I don't know who took that gather, but somehow it got real big.
You're channeling your inner Chris this week.
We're just keeping Chris in our spirit.
That is a big gourd.
As long as we got our small jacks, we're good to go. Ah.
That's
Well.
a arm breaker, heat buster.
Beautiful. Oh, yeah. Could hand this one over to Patrick Mahomes and he'd send it deep.
What? Who is that?
That's a hockey player.
That's a football player.
I was like, is it a football player? What?
Later.
Thanks, Maria.
Oh, well, let's not forget, this is Gordita, the lantern.
Oh,
It looks
I
like a
might have
cacao
forgotten.
pod.
So I'm not seeing a reaction. Maybe I am seeing a little bit of reaction. It's really crazy. It's got almost like an aqua, like blue, metallic weirdness to it. These are going to be great for the anneal reveal.
Okay,
First
Jake
from the
is
Glass
heating the
Academy.
bottom. Oliver's blowing down the pipe. And when the heat comes,
there goes number 7.
it's going to pop the bottom out. Pop the
We're
bottom out.
almost ready. All right, Oliver, give it to me.
He's looking like a chipmunk over there. He has been.
Thank you.
Hoopla.
It took some umph.
Yeah, it was pretty thick down there. A lot of glass.
I don't know who gathered that up.
Me either.
I'd probably blame the guy who took the core gather.
Yeah. Okay. Gonna give it a little snip.
All right, last week was our virtual show. So we had a couple giveaways. How many people were new to the show last week? If you were new to the show, how did you hear about us? But one lucky winner, look at how jumbo this guy is.
Oh, that's right. The giveaway from last week.
I know. This was like our specialty show, so we
Jeez.
kind of went all out. We do our regular giveaways. And Das Jumbo. Bess has a list of who won what. We'll go over that before the night is over. We're 1 hour into the show. We're back to our 2-hour shows.
What do you think with this stem here, Jake? What do you desire?
I think an orange core with gold. And why don't we just do a plain? Let's see how that new gold pulls out. Skip the orange. Let's just analyze it. Put it on there. And we'll see what's up with it. I'm gonna need another heat. This thing's giving me a ride.
So he wants to play it like a drum. He wants to fold in the bottom a little bit. So it's got something stable to sit on, but also allow you to put your tea light, battery lit candle in it. They have ones that flicker now, which is really cool, so they look like a real flame.
You could even trap real fireflies in your pumpkin.
We could do that. Sophietta. That is the tool.
There we go.
The Sophietta cat may show herself shortly.
I can always tell when everybody's like very intently watching because the comments have gone silent.
Yeah,
Just
isn't that
settle
funny?
right down.
Do you think that is reacting like more? Or do you think it's just because it's an opaque orange underneath it that's a little bit more visible what's going on?
I think that's the case. I put the exact same coating, and this did get stretched a little bit further, but not that much further, and it was more glass. I think that it is reacting a little bit to that orange underneath, and or like you said, just having the opaque bottom.
So clarity, is that just the one color or did you put 2 colors?
2 colors. It's got a very strong power base of a nice classic pumpkin orange, opaque pumpkin orange, and then on top has 1 coat of this spotted new gold.
So I'm wondering if you could do like a blue or something to see the difference.
I bet blue would look amazing under this.
But I think we might be doing clear next.
Clear and gold next for sure. And I'd really like to, there's a really great combo that I've been doing with clear and gold, but it doesn't highlight the clear as much as everyone's probably looking for. But we got a big boy coming up, folks.
Turn slow.
Oliver's got his gather on. I'm gonna need to iridize this. I'm gonna give it a little more iridization than the last one, just to stretch it, push it, and see what it do. It's a softer color, I can tell, even with orange underneath it.
That looks really cool.
Wow. Did you hit the mold yet?
Not yet, about to.
Okay.
It kind of looks like a cacao pod.
Yeah. Love that we got that beautiful tall shoulder. We mentioned it before, but as an amateur glassblower may know, to keep the heat and have it blow out the most up near the pipe where it's coldest is a very difficult thing to do. And if you guys are collecting pumpkins and you notice that in yours, or maybe that helps you make your next purchase. Beautiful stem. I could tell this is a stiff color. Golds usually aren't stiff. This one is.
Kudos to Dale Chihuly.
Beautiful.
Bringing all those Italians over, teaching us how to make these swirly stems. I'm sure that's a big part of why these products exist. This is our 16th year doing our pumpkin festival.
Look at that. The lay down. Whoosh.
So we've had lots of practice making these pieces.
Just 16 years. Like to have this a little raised up more. There we go. Here, I'm gonna let
All right,
you
the
loop it along
preheated
torches.
hook will grab the stem, and then it goes into the annealer to cool off slowly overnight.
This is cool for color testing as well, because the color that's in the core of the stem is going to iridize differently than the color on the very tip. That's looking really nice. It's like a darker gold, but not all the way gold brown.
Yeah.
You got the door?
Yeah, I can get the door.
All right. That's super cool. That one's going to go up for sale in just 1 second. I think it's definitely the second one of that color, and I'm very curious to see how that looks outside the box. Should we show these guys a quick charge, and then I don't know if housekeeping's going down? Or...
Well, yeah, we could do housekeeping after a charge.
Okay.
I would like to get some water.
Absolutely.
So can I hand off, Oliver? Would you
Absolutely.
take the honors? Thank you. Need
AKA the
anything?
film champion. If you've seen our annealer reveals, it's usually Oliver and I tag team in that. We have some pretty interesting thoughts today and discussion of having Robin potentially join us on Thursdays. That's our local champion glass connoisseur and shipping queen of the Glass Academy. And
I would love to get Robin involved in the conversation.
how cool would it be if we started off the annealer reveal that 6 months later will be available to the public with Robin and I and you discussing the pieces, holding them up to the light, and then we say, all right, into the member content, and then we do our behind-the-scenes action.
Yeah, I'm totally fine watching the annealer reveals go from like an 8-minute thing to a 20-minute thing with me and you, to having it be a whole hour with me, you, and Robin. I'm down for that.
I'm excited for it. Robin hasn't even heard about it, but we're going to talk to her about it.
Okay.
Get a zoom in there. Look at all that dusty, delicious goodness.
So what is this, Jake?
Yeah, what are we looking at here?
This is recycled glass, and this is from our pumpkin production days. As you can see, this was a gold brown stem left over. It was snipped right there off the pipe. Or actually, this looks like black. It must have been, it's pretty thick. It must have been from one of our larger pumpkins. Here you got green encased in gold. Here is white with our lighter chartreuse green on top. All these other bits, there's an orange stem, but all these other pieces here, this is a classic pumpkin stem break-off. This is the part that was connected to the pipe like this when we tapped the pipe up here, and this was the thinner part that didn't really explode, but as it got thicker up onto the pipe, this stuff all broke off of the pipe, and you get these little nubs, little rings that kind of look like calamari, if you will. And they get all lined up in there, and we've just now finally raked this down all the way, took all the clear out of it. This guy's up and running like a doggone champion, and today's the first day that we're filling this up with recycled glass, and all these colors will go in there, and you guys know the color that it's going to make.
Transparent blue.
Yep. So hold your breath, everybody. We're going to let this dust go into our ventilation system and outside. But if you're watching at home, turn off your smell-o-vision. Hold your breath.
Also, maybe turn down the volume 2 clicks.
Yeah, be careful. I'll do it gently. There goes the dust.
You can barely see it on the camera, but you can see it in the studio really clearly, and it's...
This was from our U of M cane pumpkin.
No way.
Yeah. Really cool. These used to be really cool knockoff magnets that we would save, but now that we've gotten so proficient at creating these cane pumpkins and so proficient at lining them up in the mold and tucking them down right to where they need to be, that there's really not even enough cane on here to notice what's going on. This little nub on the end that you chop off so all the cane come down together. So this is going to be recreated into another incredible piece of artwork. 2252 in here. That's Fahrenheit, folks.
You can hear that furnace kick up
Yeah.
immediately once you load that new material in.
Yeah, it's kind of the opposite. It's like if you just cooked up a giant boiling pot of Indian tikka masala and it was simmering on the stove and you ate yourself a nice bowl and it was still kind of bubbling, and then you poured it into a to-go container and threw it in your fridge. Your whole temperature of your fridge would warm up.
Yep.
And then the fridge would have to work harder to cool it back down.
Great metaphor. I was wondering how you were going to get there, buddy. That's great.
It's just the opposite of that. All right. We'll talk about, between Oliver and I, our next piece, and you guys do the housekeeping. Or is it not time?
Works
It's
for
a
me.
little early.
It's a little early? That's
a
right.
little
We are
early.
doing the 2-hour shows now.
We are.
Okay.
Well, all right. Then I'll take it to the table here for a little bit. Look at our last few remaining options.
What's so funny is number 12 is so cute. What happened, folks?
Number 12 is typically the type of pumpkin that I'd be like, that's my favorite. But I feel the need to give a shout out to some of like the different colors that we don't get to use so very often. And that happens to be number 1 here. Number 1's almost deceiving, where in some light it looks like it's that chartreuse green that Chris is so well known for loving. And then in other like different lights, it can look almost like a yellowy mustard color. And I think like just that is very powerful. Then we have number 2. Number 2 is getting into something about pumpkins that I used to not like at all, and it's growing on me, and that's the amount of ribs on here. This is a 32 ribbed pumpkin, and I used to think that these looked ridiculous. And this year, starting to make pumpkins more, really getting involved in the process, I don't know, I got a fondness for the 32 ribs. Plus the green core stem on there is really nice to me. I really like having green on the inside and clear on the outside. It keeps it like so you know that it's glass and you're not trying to go for photorealism but still get some nice color in there. And then are these all lanterns?
That is one of the roundest, tastiest, big boy
That is a lantern.
turn there ever was.
This one's also a lantern. Okay, so it is all lanterns here tonight. That's wonderful. Bringing it around, seeing what Jake's getting into.
It's time.
No
Gold
way.
and clear. And I'm going to do one style because this is a meet in the middle compromise where you guys voted for it. It's not going to be that transparent, but it is one of the coolest clear and gold pumpkins that there ever was. And to make it a lantern, it works perfectly, because if the lantern, in my opinion, is perfectly clear, you're going to see exactly what's inside of it, and then you're taking out the glowing portion of it. You're just looking at, you know, one of those modern lampshades where you see the actual bulb inside of it, which is cool to some people. But we'll start with this one, then we'll try a separate one if you guys want to see a second design.
So guys, he said a lot of things, and we're going to find out what he means together. But it sounds like he's going to try and play with the optics a little bit of this piece. Do you need a 32-point mold out for what you're doing?
For this one?
Yeah.
No, but maybe that would be really nice for the next style of clear and gold.
Okay.
With the powder on the ribs. But this one's going to be a 12-point blaster. Big shout out and a lot of love and mojo, folks, going to the folks in Florida.
Yes.
And the folks in North Carolina and everywhere else that's getting any kind of bad weather and bad action going on. If you guys all just put a little collective good energy out to them right at this moment, that would be really amazing.
There
It'd be super
are
cool.
some people that are running for their lives. There are some people hunkered down. We're pretty fortunate if we're sitting here watching a video of glass blowing.
Yep.
So let's keep you entertained. We'll keep you happy for the evening.
Yep, that's a fact. If you guys could support in any way out there by many of the various ways of disaster relief, do what you can. Did you put that order in for the new drinkware set in the lounge?
I did. They haven't answered me.
Okay.
Yeah, we went to donate some money, and I think they just don't have internet right now. So like, here's the site, donate money, send us your stuff. But I have some friends in North Carolina, and they said the internet's spotty. It's going to be a hot minute before everything's back up and running.
We've got 2 lantern pumpkins left. 12 is about to disappear off the table. We've got number 1 and 5 left. If you're still thinking about a lantern, now's the time.
So Jake, you encase that in more crystal clear.
Yeah, I'm really trying to just, practice the encasement move, but also just get this exact size that I want.
That's kind of a bold choice for something you're not putting any color on for real.
I think that's a really good point.
Can't hide any of the bubbles if you pick one up. Like, the gathers just do have to be precision perfect.
They do, and that's it's a good challenge. It's something to do on the show. I wasn't going to talk about it, but I appreciate you bringing up that every time you do encase glass is an opportunity to trap bubbles, and I particularly am not anti-bubble, but when you're doing something crystal clear like a pumpkin like this, it's a great point by Oliver that any jumbo bubble sitting in here would be very obvious. And a lot of those, yep.
Even though, since we got other glass blowers in there, depending on the conditions of the furnace that you're using, bubbles are one thing, but then also you can get a stone or a rock in that glass as well. And the more glass you're gathering, the bigger chance for that. So
that's a fact.
We're pretty fortunate with these brand new furnaces. This is a good time to be practicing encasements.
Absolutely. We're going to be getting into doing snowmen pretty soon. Probably take a couple more weeks towards the end of October. And snowmen are a 3-team process where one person's creating the 2 or 3 balls of the snowman. That's an encased white.
Yeah.
And you very clearly see any dribbles of color or anything, any foreign material in your pot will show up on a snowman. So we got to really get everything dialed in.
Gosh, we got to make trees.
Got trees to make. I'm actually really looking forward to making trees. I love making trees.
I like watching you guys make trees.
Say it again?
I like watching you make trees.
They're super fun. It's a very glassy project. And I'm excited to make them on the show for everybody again. Last year we started getting into some fantasy trees. Some purples, some magentas.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about those leaves. The tree branches. with how well the glass has been holding its core heat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Michelle, are you jumping in on this one?
Might as well. You're doing great.
Are we making a mother-son piece right now?
Woo! Did you do gold for the ribs?
No golds on this yet. This is still clear, but I am about to go into a different grain size sugar, which is going to be kind of a hint into next week's show, which we actually have to have people vote. Not next week's, 2 from now. This evening, we have to have people vote on what's coming up next week. But right now, I've just started doing these really fine grain sugars.
So, actually, if I can cut you off, Jake, while you start doing your pumpkin stuff, I'll talk to the people about what is in store next week and get best making polls.
Stop.
So, next week, everybody, we were a little bit conflicted on what part of the pumpkin experience we wanted to bring to you. We would love to hear from you. We were torn between doing more cane pumpkins like the one we made last week, or doing more Van Gogh pumpkins. And we kind of want to stick to one or the other because they're both involved processes, and we want to take the time to prep 3, 4, or 5 of them up back to back to back. So let us know in the comments, what's more entertaining for you to watch? Is it Van Goghs? Is it the cane pumpkins? We wouldn't be pulling any cane for the cane pumpkins. We'd just be using the stock that we have.
We could pull a cane on the show.
Maybe pull a cane on the show.
Look at this, folks. It's not gold yet, but look at how the gold stayed away from most of the windows there. And you've got this super texturous, but very fine grain texture, iridescent gold on just the 12 ribs.
And get the nice windows of clear on there.
And if we're talking about sugar, which 2 shows from now we'll do a whole piece based on our sugar technique, we've done a larger grain sugar for a long, long time, and it's already a talent in itself to blow out a pumpkin and have the core heat where you keep the sugar on there and you don't over melt it.
This beautiful.
Isn't that amazing?
Oh my gosh.
Taking that to a tinier grain is so baller. All right, Blow. I got this already on the shelf for a potential signature next year. That's good, thanks.
Yeah, I guess I don't know why I was still blowing. Hello.
Just testing the lungs. Beautiful lantern.
The way that lit up with the torch from my vantage point, it was pretty darn cool.
Wow.
I can bring the bit, but not the handle.
Okay. So we're going to do a mid-piece swapperoo. Michelle has not made a pumpkin stem since Sunday at 5:30 a.m. when the newscasters were in here filming us for our pumpkin show.
So Michelle's going to drop off this bit, then pass the pipe off to Bess, and Bess is going to whip up this stem.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, did you need to flatten it?
Starting to get a little bit of, yep.
Would you like another
I'll take
bit
it right
then?
now. Nope. Right now. Ready. Starting to get a little bit of that purple metallic shine going on. That's telling me that the hole is a little bit gas heavy right now. It's iridizing before we're ready for the bling. So I'm going to go turn it down a hair, get it back to where it belongs, to then turn it back up to where it belongs.
Do you want this iris? Good old gold?
No, let's do that new gold. That looks super
seriously?
cool.
I was going to say just
the
do
new
clear.
gold? Okay.
I just don't like clear stems.
I know, but it's making a point.
It's what?
It's making a point. Why we don't do clear stems.
You'll have to take our word for it, folks. This is too nice of a pumpkin to not have a matching, super new, even darker power gold
You
on
just can't go clear.
it. No, I can't.
It's so funny.
It's hard.
We should make a t-shirt that says no clear.
Yeah.
A little ban over it.
All right, I'm going to bling it out on this next seat, Oliver. This change is going to blow your guys' mind. There's something about that extra bit of texture. There's more ability for the light to get in there and the metallic to come out and show that metallic action that this just turns crazy. Watch this.
We've got a lot of love for Van Gogh pumpkins in the comments.
Van Gogh.
Yeah, that's a signature one that we
I'm
definitely
going to hit
made.
it again.
How many espressos did you have?
I didn't have any. I had one espresso after the gym this morning, and then one around noon when I
Wait,
came
you just
in.
said you didn't have any.
Huh?
You just said you didn't have any.
Well, anytime after noon.
Oh,
Look at that. Oh, my goodness. And that's a lantern, folks, and that is for sale. All recyclable core. Beautiful.
it's like you guys are chefs. You're like banging your knife around right now.
That's
All
Jake's
right.
polite way of saying, let's go,
Come
dude.
on. Give me that stem.
I would never do that. Yes, beauty.
Never gets old watching that stem being
Beautiful.
made, does it?
Just gorgeous. Watch this. Nope.
The super twist.
That's that twist I was talking about over on the table.
Now look how milky it looks down in here
It's
right
so
now.
milky. That's like a big old glass of morning milk.
Milk of the morning.
Yep. That's what we call Starbucks coffee, folks. The morning milk. We're not sponsored by those guys.
But if you want to sponsor us, we're not going to say no.
Yeah, we're going to start reaching out for sponsors soon. We're just going to shower it with flames.
That's really tripping me out a little bit.
Dude, I think
Because
this is
it's
an
like-
amazing thing.
Before you iridized that, that just screamed like a Boro color.
Yeah, it screamed like too much bling. I think we found something special here, and I think that's a really, really, really pretty pumpkin. Wow.
Wow.
So, Jake,
Yes?
how are we going to incorporate this brand new gold into the signature ornament?
Now that's a good question. That is a good question.
Jake has to weigh the pros and cons of every new color he brings into the studio. Because the pro is that it looks really cool, and the con is that he has to listen to Matt and I tell him all the different products he could utilize that color in.
Yeah.
For the next 6 months.
Yeah, then we're going to have little Oliver in here, the man of many ideas.
Okay, I think we are getting ready for housekeeping. Tonight's question, you still have time to answer. What unique features do you look for in our glass pumpkins? Color, shape, size? Some of you have already sent your answers in, but you can send them to this email address. Then we have your name, because you'll sign it. And that's how we put you in our contest here at the Glass Academy. It's called Spin the Wheel. And Bess is going to give us our winners from the following week.
I sure am. Couple things. One, the pumpkin that was just made, the crystal and gold, as well as the pumpkin that was made right before that, the kind of new golden orange tall boy lantern. Both of those are available on our website. After housekeeping, I will put the link in the comments. But I'm talking to you right now, so I'm not doing that. I have 2 winners to announce for this week. The first one I mentioned to you guys last week. We had a Renfest photo contest that ran the whole season of Renfest. So what we did with that is anybody who took a picture of our glass blowers or our booth or our product out at Renfest could message it to us on Facebook, and for every photo you entered, you got an entry to win a $100 gift card, which is absolutely amazing. So we had a ton of people enter photos, which is great. We have a lot of new content to share with you guys coming up soon. If you guys follow us on Royal Glassmakers Facebook, you'll see some new content coming up there. If you don't, go and follow that. That's our Renfest booth. But I am announcing the winner of that photo contest for that $100 gift card. If you are watching, awesome. If not, either way, our winner is going to get a message on Facebook from me right after the show. So congratulations to Rachel. Rachel is the winner of our photo contest for the $100 gift card. So
Go,
again,
Rachel.
Rachel, you'll get an email, you'll get a Facebook message from me where I'm going to ask you for some more information on how to get you that gift card. So congratulations.
Yay, congratulations. Nice contest, Bess.
Absolutely. Next winner I've got is for that super amazing jumbo pumpkin that we used as a giveaway for
Just to
last
give you an
week's
idea,
We
virtual
call
pumpkin
this
show.
the big honker.
The question for the giveaway was, which part of the glass blowing process are you most curious about? So a lot of interesting answers. Some people said just the whole thing, which is a valid answer. Some people did talk about some very specific things, how the colors are mixed or managed to come up with the creations that you do, knowing what colors go with others where another color doesn't go. Some people said all of it, but I just love buying more. That's fine. That's fair. How long do you know to leave a piece of glass in the fire? The applications of colors. The meltdown of glass to a molten state. I'm aware of the process, but it just amazes me and I can't wrap my head around it. So a lot of really cool answers. We love that you guys are interested in what we do, and we love sharing that with you every week. Our winner said, I love seeing the color transformation when it is cooled down. I have been watching since the beginning. I have had a job change, so not able to be on the live show for a while makes me sad. We're glad that you're watching replays. We're glad that you're here. So if you're not here live and you're watching this later on,
Yeah, replays
So
are
very
fun
cool.
too, because you can watch them in little snippets while you're cleaning dishes or cleaning up your kitchen or something. I love replays.
absolutely.
Totally.
If you're watching this as a replay, you can still enter to win this week's giveaway. Michelle showed the question a second ago, but our winner for the super magnificent pumpkin, that's what we're calling it, is Monica. So congratulations, Monica. You are going to get an email with how to get your super magnificent pumpkin. Really, really cool.
That's pretty serious, Monica. You're a champion. I've been watching since the beginning. It's so cool to hear. I mean, that's 287 shows. That's a lot of content, and we're proud that you've been around that long and happy to be giving away this jumbo pumpkin to you. You can either choose to pick it up or get it shipped, as is with any giveaway item. This particular one, we might toss an extra $10 in shipping value onto it because
It's a jumbo.
this is
It's a big boy.
huge pumpkin.
And
So congratulations, Monica and Rachel. This is episode 288, I believe,
It is.
Yes.
on my paperwork.
Oh,
Yep.
88?
We didn't update the board, so this says 287.
Tonight's shows, lantern shows. I do believe we only have one lantern pumpkin left. That is number 1. 5 is gone.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That is a beautiful classic one. As we mentioned, when it comes to lanterns, the fact that this is a gold and green, but the fact that it's perfectly transparent, we opted for 24 ribs rather than the perfect window on half as many ribs, 12 ribs. And this has the new curled organic stem that I had spoken about a little bit ago. So number 1 still up for sale. We're going to get into the rest of the show when it comes to glass blowing here. We've planned it out.
Look
We're
at-
going to make,
Does that look like the stems?
that looks like that apricot color. That's
I
beautiful.
know.
We're going to make an acorn, folks, as another color tester for a certain reaction of 2 colors, a deep ruby and an iridescent gold that we find beautiful and attractive. We're going to test it out on the nut of an acorn with the new gold as the cap, and then we'll make the giveaway, a pumpkin, available to you all for free.
The crystal and gold pumpkin has found a new home. So we
Very
do
nice.
still have that other new colored tall boy lantern still available
What's
on the
the
website.
third letter of their first name, whoever got that pumpkin?
The third letter of their first name, N.
N?
What? Are you trying to guess from the third letter of their name?
I got
We
some
know exactly who
ideas.
that is. And congratulations
I got
to
a couple
you.
ideas.
Appreciate it.
The 7th letter of their first name is E, if that helps you at all.
The second
Yeah.
letter of their
7th letter of
Oh,
their
you guys
first
are making my
name.
brain hurt.
Well, it's Robin.
That's like not an N. R-O-B. That's not N. Jeez.
All right, Oliver, instead of using the hose, I'm just going to ask for a little bit of really well-presented air.
Uh-oh, low battery.
All right.
Low battery on the device?
This is
Did I turn the light off? How do I save the
Yeah, I would
battery?
turn the light off. Here, I can do that.
I got to beat you. Best
And we're going to
is
make
fast.
this nut a little bit bigger than traditional. Dad, we're using a brand new gold that we're trying out that looks incredible. If
for
we talk
some
about our
reason-
iridescent gold stems as being gold, this is like a darker, real looking gold. Like it's like more powerful and could be the new best thing. Where is it? Right
Best-
here.
No, it might
For some
disconnect
reason, we
it.
glip out. The warmer or the
If we
giveaway
glip
we'll
out?
make out on our own later. Well, it said 20%. Let's see how far we can
See how
milk
long we last.
20%.
I think we're going to
20%
make it
time
work.
left.
iPhones are resilient.
So what do you make out of this?
Solid acorn. Wait, I mean blown acorn.
Yeah, this is an acorn topper here. We're going to test it. We've tested it with a few other colors. We're going to test it with the ruby combo and see what happens.
We
This
officially have a
Well.
sold out lantern table. There are no more lantern
Yay!
pumpkins available.
Stop.
Congratulations to those of you who were able to snag one. That was the giveaway for this week.
That's the trick move right there.
All gone. He just found a home.
That's the goblet move. That's a lot of practice folding that over with the jacks.
Look at how it looks like the copper blue burnt out in the annealer.
Or until the phone dies.
All right, Oliver. 30% bigger than usual.
30% bigger than usual. Okay.
So there is our acorn capper with air trapped in the top. The stem will come out like this. We're going to put the giant 30% larger new color super mix.
Hand motion was 30% more. We're in trouble. That's like
Yeah.
a beach ball size.
Yeah. It's pretty sweet. And for those of you that are glass blowers that may be really wondering where we got this from, what color it is, what number it is.
We're not telling you anything.
When we get sponsored by our color provider, trust me, we'll let you know.
All right,
If
color
we get
providers.
sponsored by our color provider.
I
gonna
said
be-
when we get sponsored by our
who's
color
going to be the first
provider.
company that reaches out to us?
We've got a lot of colors over on that shelf. You want to show them the shelf?
Come on,
Yeah,
Olympic.
And I want to show them Dave Abersol's piece.
We're talking to you, OCR.
I'll have to be like, hey, Dave, your piece is still
Not the
here.
pomegranates.
Those are super cool. It's from a lighting job that Chris did.
Oliver.
Those are the ones that did not make the cut. Just because we blow glass doesn't mean every piece is perfect. For some reason, those had flaws in them, and so instead
regular.
of tossing them, we have them here as these giant, fun bubblegum orbs.
All right, we're
Of gray
dropping the
matter.
old squirrel's nut.
I'm kind of over here, so.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, you're fine. I zoomed in. %30 more.
You know, there's going to be no hiding it, Michelle. When I gathered it up, it felt a lot bigger. It felt a lot bigger. And I passed it off to Jake to shape up, and in the saddest tone ever, he went, Oliver,
It looks
that's
bigger.
regular, man.
No one heard that.
It is pretty regular, but hey,
It's going to be beautiful. Someone's going to love it.
that's
You can't
right.
expect people to do production all the time and then have them switch modes. That's like the pretzel maker. He can't make different sizes. He's got to do them all the same.
They do say that guys
No,
are in
that's the
graded size.
robotic pretzel maker.
Haven't you seen
We
anyone make pretzels by
Have the
hand?
hand skills.
Come on now.
So that has the gold on top of it?
No, that's just the ruby.
Well, that really doesn't make much sense.
Uh-oh.
Did we have a miscommunication on top of a size communication?
Absolutely we did.
This was just a practice acorn.
All right, throw some hearts in the chat.
Hey, Bess,
Uh-huh.
I'm so embarrassed right now. This is happening in front of a live audience. my
Recorded, no less.
my social status at the Glass Academy is ruined.
It might be, but that's okay. We'll get you figured out. They do say guys are not great at figuring out sizes, so you know.
Jake's gonna tell Matt about this tomorrow, and Matt's gonna make fun of me from the basement.
In the basement.
No one will know. Come on now.
They know now.
Everyone's gonna know, Michelle.
No
It's
one's
still
gonna
a
know.
beautiful nut.
No complaints from any squirrel I know.
So until another day, and I guess we could have a vote on from the people for the giveaway piece.
We could do it. Do you guys want to see it done right for the giveaway piece?
Yeah, you can have for the giveaway piece, which is going to be a lantern for the people for free. If you enter the giveaway, we can either do a clear with gold rib pumpkin with the new gold stem on it, or lantern, I mean, or we can go for a ruby with the new gold on top of it to see what the color reaction is in a gold stem. So I guess you could maybe ask them, ruby or clear?
We could
Put
do
it
that.
in the chat. Ruby or clear. Let's hear it.
You got
well,
some
we
gold
can't
over
hear
there?
it.
I think I'm ready
We
for
can
it.
see it. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, they're both chat options.
We had somebody just put a recommendation for the name of the recycled furnace in the chat.
Which is?
Reclaim Ralph.
Reclaim
Oh,
Ralph.
I do like that one.
Take it over to Reclaim Ralph. So this is going to be a really beautiful, beautiful nut. We don't do any that are just in this deep ruby. It is a very harvesty ruby color, and it's going to have the new, even deeper gold on top of it. It wasn't what the plan was, but it is a beautiful acorn nonetheless, and a one and done one. A one-of-a-kind one that you won't see anywhere else, but I think I'm falling in love with this gold. It's ridiculous, and I can't believe we're figuring this out after our Pumpkin Fest.
We've
There's
got
always-
a plethora of votes for Ruby.
A plethora of what?
Of votes for Ruby.
For Ruby. Oh, so they want to see. They want to know.
Everybody says Ruby. Beth says even her 5-year-old votes for Ruby.
Yeah.
Ruby it is.
Wow, that cut like butter.
Butter.
There are some concerns that Oliver was just run over by the bus.
Oh, where's the bus?
Are you okay, dude?
Dude, I don't know
He's
anymore.
speechless. Does that happen ever? Oliver, do you get speechless?
Sometimes.
You want to give it the super blast?
Yeah, I'll give it a super blast.
All right, start up that pumpkin so we don't lose
The giveaway?
juice. All right, truth be told, the camera that we're using
That's amazing.
is the music camera when we're doing production blowing. So today, the camera was not fully juiced. Sometimes that happens.
Another great friend of mine, her name's Carrie, has mentioned and given us the understanding of this awesome app called Radio something or other. Carrie, if you're watching, put it in the chat. But this app, you can scroll through the entire globe and pick up news stations throughout the world.
Is that what we
And
were
it's been
listening to today?
Huh?
Is that what we were listening to today?
Yeah, we went to like Germany, and then we were in Japan, and then we went to like Qatar, and we were listening to some like oil mines specialty station, and that's why our battery's low today, folks.
Because we were listening to International, what was that movie, International Waters, where the boat was on the water and they couldn't, with the music. Does anyone know what I'm talking about?
No, I just don't.
They were playing
Carrie
like
says
Beatles.
Radio Garden.
Radio
Yeah.
Garden, that's right. It's super cool. If you guys ever listen to music for like 12 hours during the day, about 7 days a week, you may want to check it out. I'm going for the gold. We're going for gold.
Follow us on Instagram. Bess always does some pretty amazing Instagram posts.
If you're not already following us on all our social media, it's a pretty wise idea. And if you haven't subscribed to this video,
Oh, you're letting me ring the bell again?
that's a pretty darn good idea, folks, because we're content warriors.
It's a free way of supporting us.
Content warriors.
Content warriors.
That's crazy, dude.
That's pretty good.
I do, on that note, I want to speak out about the community, both on YouTube and Facebook. It's so nice to see when we do like our housekeeping segment and then we lead into all the giveaways that we got going on, seeing everyone just saying congratulations to the people that won.
Super cool.
Yeah,
Everyone's a
it's a
good sport
community.
about it, so thank you for all just being really kind to each other. It means a lot.
And a lot of love to the people that haven't won anything, because I have talked to actual customers of ours that are like, dude, I haven't won anything. I've been watching for 2.5 years. Like, what's the deal right now? And I look at them and I'm like, wish there was something I could do.
But Spin the Wheel does not lie. We put
Nope.
all the names in Spin the Wheel. Do it. Spinthewheel.com. You can look it up.
And you can't win twice between a 6-month span.
Yep.
So if we get your name pulled and you have one in the last 6 months, which would be
Nope,
about
Donna
12
checks.
shows, Donna checks.
She does.
crosses
We
it
have
off.
a spreadsheet of all, because we keep track of everything we give away. I mean, it's thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yeah. That was a $350 pumpkin that we just gave away this week. Pretty sweet.
Not to mention all the giveaways that we had this weekend. We had 3 pumpkins on display. Vote for your favorite. We had a class contest. Win a class for 2. And
Oh,
Rising
baby.
Kites, I should go there, is our organization. If you buy a signature pumpkin, we're giving proceeds from our signature pumpkin to that organization. They do kits when a baby is born. If it has Down syndrome, they send welcome kits
like a
to
champion.
parents with resources and tools to help you navigate having a Down syndrome child.
Stop.
It's an organization located here in Michigan. However, they
Stop.
do send these kits around the nation. So even if you don't purchase anything from us, check out risingkites.org and you can learn more about them.
Now, I want to speak to all the amateur glass blowers out there, Dave and everybody else that are making pumpkins and paying for their blow slots with them.
Don't give away all your secrets.
My only secret is that this also goes to the people that, I'm going to need some lantern puffage, to the people that are watching the show, is that this looks amazing. Wow. We just blew that pumpkin up in one move after the mold, and we did that on purpose because you need to have that core heat. It keeps your ribs tight, it keeps the pumpkin in a beautiful shape, and it looks natural and powerful. If you're taking Oliver, I'm going to need some air from you in a sec. If you're going to take 3 or
Here,
4
I'll do
heats
it.
to blow up a pumpkin, Michelle's going to do it.
You
So
get a nice
guys
point of
can
view.
See what I see. Say
Oh
what?
my God, this color pattern is going to be good. Thank you. You guys are going to freak out on the annealer reveal.
Freak out.
We do have one more weekend of Pumpkin Fest coming up this weekend.
Thank you, Bess. That
Oh,
is
we
so
might have
true.
to start get crazy tomorrow in the shop.
You guys have time to get into town.
Oh
Come
my
here
goodness.
And visit.
This is going to be so sweet.
If you guys missed last weekend, that's okay. We've got one more weekend here, Saturday and Sunday from
Next
11
heat.
to 4 in the gallery.
And it seems like next week it was voted Van Gogh over Cane Pumpkin, so we're going to be doing our patented Van Gogh super swirler color pattern in multiple colors during the show. And then the
Multiple
following
sizes.
week,
Multiple sizes.
multiple sizes, and we'll have some available in the virtual gallery as well. And then the following week, we'll seal off our pumpkin harvest season on the show here with sugar pumpkins, our super sugar pumps.
And we've already got
Watch out
the
for that
idea
hot
of what we're
pipe
doing for
on this
our
one.
start of the show.
Even dunk it in water maybe one time.
We did nerds last year. Do you guys remember when we caught the nerds on fire?
That wasn't a year ago yet already, was it?
I don't
It's
know.
wild.
It's a while ago.
Time is flying.
I'm so excited.
Would
to
you
hear
like a
that.
copper ruby stem, or would you like a new
Gold.
iris?
That new gold.
New gold, you got it. Okay.
Perfect. So look at this, even more blue, completely opaque almost. I can still see through it a little bit.
That's
And with
cool.
lights, it's got this crazy extra bit of action going on. It almost turns the gold opaque.
I know you
so
guys,
excited to
like,
see this
if
here.
you're new here, that looked like mud color in the camera. It really did. But it is not mud color. It's super cool. Never fear. Mud color is not here.
Are you sweaty?
What does that mean? Are you sweating?
Talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sweaty.
I think the camera's pulling through, man.
Here comes the gold.
Ba-ding! Bada bling.
Did you get the 10% notification yet?
No.
Oh, we're doing
Does
okay
it
then.
do 10%?
Oh
It
my
will give you a
gosh.
10% as well.
All right, we're looking close. Staying away from the
That
heat.
looks super
doing
cool.
The zoo.
That is freaking tight.
I can't wait to see these.
Me too. Maybe we get Robin involved in this annealer reveal. We're going to see how it all pans out.
You keep throwing them.
You all right there?
Slippery. We got a new bonker, if you guys didn't notice, with hand grippage.
Textured.
Oh, yeah. Oliver brought his A1 stem game today, ladies and gentlemen. Just give me like a 4 curler. We've been going pretty powerful.
Is that
Beautiful.
4? Is that 5?
That's ridiculous.
4.5.
I
And
went
this one We're
over.
gonna do this kind. The drooper.
No way. The people aren't ready for it, dude.
That's so serious. They're just getting better and better every day, folks.
If you started collecting our pumpkins, hang on to them. Because things keep going the way that they are. 16 years of making these pumpkins. We're leaders in the industry. Your pumpkins are going to double in value. Triple
Thank you.
in value.
Every year there's something new. This year there were like 10 things that were brand new. Oh my.
Me,
Are you serious?
just getting up in there, and
That's
we're taking
wild.
it away.
It's like hanging it by its toenails.
That was good. That is a great show with some great product, and that piece is the giveaway piece. That one's going to be given away.
Jake's like, wait a second.
How do they win that, Jake?
Well, you answer this question and you send it to enews@glassacademy.com. What unique features do you look for in Art Glass pumpkins? I mean, I could answer this question and talk for we could have a whole episode on what makes our pumpkins and what we love about them and what we look for and strive for. But we do love to know what you guys like. And
Look at
as you
that
see
beauty.
here, you like the lanterns because our virtual gallery is sold out tonight,
Sold out.
which is amazing. And also, we appreciate your support. But also, we've got our signature pumpkins on the Glass Academy page as well. And
10%.
risingkites.org is
Two
the donation
comments.
spot of the year.
Sorry.
No problem.
2 comments I was going to read. Linda says she's never wanted to see an annealer reveal so badly.
Got to
think
be
the
a
same.
startup for a star supporter.
Yep.
$8 a month.
Star supporter.
Joyce says, I was in the gallery on Saturday and I must have gone around each table 10 times before I could pick out what I wanted.
Yeah.
There are so many really amazing one and done pumpkins for you guys to still see this weekend. You guys have
We
to come in if
swapped
you're
out a lot.
local.
Yep.
Yep.
And just wait until you can take a break and rest your legs over in the Michigan room and grab a glass of water or an espresso or even a martini, who knows. And then get back to shopping and hanging out in the gallery and talking with us. But anywho, we appreciate you guys. It's been a beautiful show here at the Glass Academy in Dearborn, Michigan. Oliver, nice work. Bess, nice work.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Michelle, nice work. It's been amazing.
Have
Catch
a
you
good night,
next week.
everybody.